Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
It's so early, guys. I think that my voice, I still have my morning voice, and I think that my eyes are still, a little like that. I'm really filming like the sun is just at the beginning of its journey for the day, but I'm forced to film that early because the plumber is coming this morning really early also, so I need to film before him coming. I really hope that he's gonna manage to deal with the situation that I have. For those of you who are not watching my videos for the Rings of Power, who are not reading also the post that I'm posting on YouTube, Twitter and on Patreon also, you don't know it, but I have an issue with my washing machine, and with the canalizations, with the pipes. And my apartment was flooded and all, and I fought with it during 4 days before giving up and before just calling a professional to do that. So I'm gonna lose hundreds of euros in the process for only, something which is blocking one of the pipe, and it's bothering me. It played a lot with my anxiety. I already explained why. I'm someone who can have anxiety attacks, and even if I worked on it years ago, sometimes, I still have one, and this one I really had issues to deal with it, to calm myself, because of the fact that it's happening into my apartment, and I still have other issues with my apartment right now, with the heat, with the thing for the air in and out. Like, I already have issues in my apartment, so this one, in addition of that, I didn't feel, and I'm still working on it, I didn't feel secure, in my own apartment, so I couldn't calm that anxiety attack, so it really played on my nerves. So the guy is coming, that's gonna be okay, but that's why also I'm filming so early. I did not say hi, right? Hello! I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch House of the Dragon season 1 episode 5 now. We have 10 episodes for this season, so episode middle of the season. I said it at the beginning of this season that I thought that something big could happen at the end of the episode 3 or during the episode 4, because the 2 first episodes would be there to introduce the characters and the situations. Turned out that I was right, because at the end of the episode 3 we had that big battle with Daemon, who was so great, so brave, so clever. Wow, he was really awesome during that fight. And during the episode 4 we had also a big thing happening. We had Rhaenyra and Daemon. No, they did not have sex, but almost, that close. And they kissed each other. I knew that it would come because I knew it with the story of Game of Thrones, so I knew that it would come. Like I know also how some of the characters, normally they're gonna die. I'm not gonna tell you right now which one, because I don't know if you know it, so I don't want to give you any spoilers, but I know also that kind of information, not for all of them, but for some of them. So I knew that about Daemon and Rhaenyra. I was not surprised, and I saw also the writers building the sexual tension between these two characters during these 4 episodes. I saw that some reactors didn't see it coming, they didn't know that information, and they didn't saw that coming, that tension being built like that, and they were really surprised when it happened. I don't know what to think about it. I think that it's cool because you have their reactions and they are so surprised and they are so shocked, and it's cool. But at the same time, I'm like, is it a good sign, you know, for the writers that they didn't imply it enough so people would see it coming at least a little, would have some doubts about it? I don't know what to think about it. Me, I had the impression that they put it, you know, in a subtle way. So we had that during the last episode, and we had already the beginning of the consequences for that. I don't know if we're gonna have the big time jump during this episode or during the next ones. I think that we're gonna have another time jump at the beginning of this episode. You know what I think about that? The fact that it's making it rough for the viewers to connect with the characters, because each time, in fact, at the beginning of each episode, we are discovering a new character, we are discovering a new situation, the character evolved with years, with stuff that happened and stuff like that. So even if I can connect with them, it's making it a little more difficult, you know, to be fully with them, with their emotions. It's maybe more something like that. It's okay to connect with them, to know in what mood they are and all, but it's making it more difficult to connect with their emotions, to feel their emotions, to really connect my emotions with their emotions. So I think still that we're gonna have a new time jump at the beginning of this episode, maybe the big one. I think that we're gonna have a time jump because the consequences of what happened during the last episode, it's the fact that Daemon, you have to return with your wife, Rhaenyra, you have to marry someone and shut the fuck up. We have also the situation with Criston, is it gonna continue or not? We have also the lie. The lie, I think, is gonna be really important, that Rhaenyra said to Alicent. I understand why she lied, I have no issues with that, but the fact that she pushed that lie so much that she made Alicent feel ashamed of it and all, I really didn't appreciate it. I saw in the comments that some of you were okay for me to judge Rhaenyra for that, to be like, okay, I understand you, but you're going too far to talk about your mother, to make Alicent feel guilty and ashamed of doubting of you and stuff like that. But I saw also that some of you were against Alicent during that moment, because you were saying she's not a good friend, she's not trying to understand Rhaenyra, she's accusing her, she's already, you know, mad at her before even that moment. I don't agree with you on that, because for me during that moment she was the queen. You know, she was asking these questions to Rhaenyra as the queen, and still she was acting like a friend, because I felt Alicent being like, tell me the truth, I'm gonna be mad, that's gonna be rough, but we're gonna find a solution together. Like, I'm gonna help you. I just heard that, I'm talking to you, there is no one around, so tell me the truth and I'm gonna help you with that. Like you can do with a friend who did something wrong and you want that friend to tell you what he or she did wrong, so you can be mad at her and be like, no, don't do that, it's not great, but at the same time you're helping that person just after that, you know. It's your friend, you're not letting your friend in that situation, but still it's your friend, so you can tell to your friend when he or she is doing something wrong, you know. That's friendship. Friendship, it's not to be always supportive, always, you know, always telling you that you're right even if you're wrong. It's also to tell you that you're wrong, but to help you at the end. That's friendship, to help you even if you're wrong. So I'm not sharing your idea on that. The last episode was really great, that parallel between Alicent and Rhaenyra during all of the episode, to show that Rhaenyra, she's free, she's independent, she can go outside, she doesn't care about the rules, she's fucking whoever she wants, she's taking pleasure and all, and to have Alicent who is blocked into that palace, who can't get out, who is raped by the king all of the night, for sure she's not taking any pleasure because she's being raped, and she's bored, she's all alone, she can't do what she wants, and all. To have that parallel between them was really important. I'm saying important for the rest of the story, because also when Alicent is gonna discover that light, because I think really that the one who is gonna be the most impacted by that lie and by the truth when it's gonna come out, it's gonna be Alicent. It's not gonna be Rhaenyra, it's not gonna be Daemon, it's not gonna be the king. Like, they already know the truth, they already accepted it, they already dealt with the consequences. Alicent, no. And that's gonna be a rough for her, I think. really for the girl, more than for the other ones. So, new episode. You know me, I didn't watch any trailer for this episode, so I don't know what we're gonna have during it. A time jump, big one or not, I don't know. Rhaenyra, I think that she's already gonna be married at the beginning of this episode because of that time jump. Daemon, he tried to prove himself, you know, with that fight, and he succeeded. Like, really, we began the last episode with the king congratulating him, being proud of him. We finished the episode with him on the floor, drunk, get out, go back to your wife, I never want to see you again. Daemon, I really don't know what he's gonna do now. The king is getting sick more and more each time. I don't think that we're gonna lose him during this episode, but we're gonna lose him before the end of this season, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. For those of you who are used to my long intros and reviews, I'm sorry, but maybe they're gonna be shorter today because the plumber is coming, so I need to make them shorter. I know that a lot of you are gonna be glad, you know, because a lot of you think that they are too long. Hey, I do what I want and I do what I can also. Today it's more something like that. I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have this episode earlier for House of the Dragon, it's earlier during the day and with an extended reaction part. It's long episodes, so each time it's really longer reaction part, like 10 minutes or something like that. It's the best way to support me, it's the best way to pay my plumber, you know, if you want to help me with that. If not, you have a donate link, you know, in the description if you are not interested by these advantages. And I have now also a TikTok on which I'm trying to post things. Stop! I'm gonna stop right there. Let's go for this episode 5. Oh no! I didn't put the backup for the sound. I didn't put the backup for the sound. I hope that it worked. If not, no. You can still see, you know, that the situation is playing with my nerves and that I'm not the usual me. I think that it's still obvious, and I prefer also to tell you guys what is happening into my life when situations like that are happening, because it can impact for sure the way that I'm gonna react to a show, to an episode and stuff like that, because of these anxiety attacks that I had like just 2 days ago, and the fact that I'm still dealing with that issue. My emotions, you know, are not the same. I'm more emotional than usually, which means a lot for me. And, you know, I'm not gonna be impacted by situations like usually, for sure. It's a lie, you know, to say that we are watching each time new episodes like we're always the same and all. Not at all. Oh, it's a shorter episode! For once, I'm glad. You know, because of the plumber and stuff like that, I'm glad. It's gonna help me. Why do I have the impression that you are Daemon? Yes.
What brings you to the Vale?
Nah! You're glad to see him, girl.
Have you at last come to consummate our marriage? Or perhaps your brother has at last had his fill of your company? Cast you aside in favour of a little girl. What will you do now? Will you strike the child down?
Oh no, I already appreciated a lot her attitude and all. Because she was right with what she was saying. Okay, a little rough, but come on.
I knew you couldn't finish. Craven! I didn't wish to see them.
And yet you made it possible.
You're gonna blame her for that?
You chose Rhaenyra.
And I believed her.
You wanted to believe her, as did her father.
He
Not
didn't.
informed it was wrong.
The king will die.
Yes.
It may be months or years, but he will not live to be enough.
Months.
And if Rhaenyra succeeds in war, will follow. The realm will not accept her. And to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children to the sword. She'll have no choice. You know it. You're no fool, and yet you choose not to see it.
I know that he's right, but I hate so much the pressure that he's putting on her. Alicent. She's still a kid, you know, she's still a child inside. When Rhaenyra, she already evolved, and everyone is taking what they want from her. Now that she's really all alone, without any friend, without her dad, like...
She said on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chambers.
That the Grand Maester himself brought.
At the direction of the king, as I understand it.
Oh, you know that they both lied to you.
Rhaenyra sailed with the king to Driftmark yesterday at daybreak.
Oh, what good news. I must have been in error.
Waiting for you on the throne. You might be the king, he is the lord of that place. That's a message. Yeah?
Though I do wish we could meet under happier pretenses.
A wedding? That's
Us.
not a...
Daemon's wife, the Lady Rhea Royce, has passed.
She was thrown from her horse.
Uh-huh.
Her neck and skull both crushed in the fall.
Uh-huh.
Rhea's skill as both rider and hunter were well known.
Oh, you all know the truth.
Indeed. What did you have in mind, Your Grace?
You know it
I was to
also.
propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter and heir, Princess Rhaenyra. There are certain details I would wish clarified before the Princess Rhaenys and I could accept this most generous proposal.
Oh, they're gonna make you pay the fact that you refuse to marry their girl.
Their children would take their father's name. That they would be born Valarians. You are not proposing the Targaryen dynasty end with my daughter simply because she's a woman.
The fact that you demand that condition,
Selena and Rhaenyra's
you
children
might
should
refuse.
take their father's name. Valarian. Such time when their firstborn ascends the Iron Throne. He or she will do so bearing the name Targaryen.
Is it enough for you?
This is an equitable compromise.
You're a man of compromise, you?
Hold nothing against your cousin.
The fact that it's your cousin. I mean, if I'm against the fact that she fucks her uncle, for sure I'm gonna be against for her to marry her cousin.
I know that whatever agreement being struck up there will not change your appetites, nor will it change mine.
Oh, you know it about him?
We perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm. And when it's done, each of us dies as we see fit.
To have an open marriage.
You know his true nature.
He will outgrow it. There's no pleasure in the world like burning a woman.
We are placing Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out for her, her husband, and for their heirs.
Anyone fool enough to challenge Rhaenyra's claim will be crushed.
To what end, Corliss? Wealth, power, pride?
Justice.
Justice?
You should be queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Justice for her.
You will need a sworn protector. This is better than we could have hoped for.
Because she accepted.
She has a paramour of her own. I wonder who it is.
I was not thinking of him, but also.
If there were another path, one that led to freedom, would you tread it?
And you're asking for me.
I'm asking you to come with me. Away from all of this. Burdens and dignities of your inheritance. Let's leave it all behind and see the world together.
Oh, you're sweet.
You can marry me.
The idea is sweet, but that's not what she wants. She wants the power also now. She wants what she deserves to have the throne and all. She's ambitious.
I am the crown. So Criston, Do you think I would choose infamy in exchange for a bushel of oranges or a ship to a shire?
Oh, that's not great to say it like that, girl.
So Criston, Mabel and I have an understanding.
So you want me to give you a whore?
I want us to continue to
He used the right word.
I took an oath. As a knight of your king's garden, an oath of chastity. I've broken it. I thought if we were married, I might be able to restore it.
The Iron Throne looms larger than me, larger than anyone in my family.
I think that she has feelings for him, but I have to confess that I didn't consider enough how he was feeling. And for sure, maybe he feels like he's used, like he's his own. He's ashamed because he broke his oath.
I fear I must question you on a delicate matter, Sir Criston. Concerns our dear Princess Rhaenyra. Please.
Are you gonna tell him that you have suspicions about Rhaenyra fucking Daemon?
The night of Daemon's return. There's been a rumour.
He's gonna think that you're talking about him.
Breaches in resolve. Breaches or rather lapses.
It happened, you're right.
I'm sorry! It's nervous. But with him.
I have committed it. And her instigation is true. It is no excuse.
She was not talking about you.
Has been broken. I have dishonored myself. I deserve no.
And you know that he doesn't know.
But if
Are you gonna tell him? You know, as a revenge?
inclined to pity, you would sentence me mercifully to death.
Oh, Criston. You're so sweet.
Thank you for your honesty, Sir Criston.
Are you gonna be honest also?
You may go.
She's not gonna do anything. Oh, Alicent, you're so great. I mean, she could have said it, you know, about Daemon just to have her revenge on Rhaenyra for lying to hurt his feelings. She could have sentenced him to something bad, and she's not.